Hi everyone, welcome to Nerd Collision. I'm Ray, that's Brandon, Britt, and Carla. And today we are here to react to the second trailer for Thor, Love and Thunder, set to release in this July, so right around the corner. So we're just going to just dive right into the trailer and give our thoughts afterwards.
Jive, dive, same difference, John. Let's get
Kids, get your popcorn now. Let me tell you the story of the space Viking, Thor Odinson. He was no ordinary man. He was a god. After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey. Well, he got in shape. He went from dad bod to god bod. And after all that, he reclaimed his title as the one and only Thor. Oh, spoke too soon.
Jane? The old ex-girlfriend.
What's it been like? 3, 4 years?
8 years, 7 months, and 6 days, give or take.
Am I sensing feelings?
Well, you're right. The only ones who gods care about is themselves. So this is my vow. All gods will die. I just want to say that was very, very impressive what you did back there.
He's just my first bad guy.
You never forget your first. You are not like the other gods of kill. Because I have something worth fighting for.
Let's see who you are. I take off your disguise. And flick!
Oh, you flicked too hard, damn it!
Should we help him? And eventually, grape.
Who would like to go first?
Okay, I'm still not as excited. I don't know why. I mean, it looks good and everything. I just don't know why I'm not that excited about it. Maybe when it gets close to July, I'll be excited, but Christian Bale, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Entirely alone.
And yes.
I know people were, comparing now how he looks in the comics, how he's close out, he looks now. I think in the comics, the character does have tentacles. I'm not too much concerned about that. I mean, his look in the movie is still pretty severe, and I'm more excited to see what he does. As far as how he brings the characters to life. Overall, I am looking more forward to it. It has a very this kind of retro '80s type of feel, which does kind of carry over from Ragnarok. Kind of has a Ragnarok, almost a Master Universe type of feel to it. I am very looking forward to. Now, I will say the CGI was great, except for that one part where he has his mask on. That I don't know if that's like a last minute decision, but it literally looks like it was a Photoshop over his face. So I don't know what the story behind that is. Hopefully, wherever that was, they can touch it up. I am interested to see Jane come back, as Mighty Thor. We haven't really seen her since Dark World. We saw her in Endgame, but I didn't know if her in the past. And with that, it wasn't even really her. They trying to do old footage to shoot for that scene. So I'm interested to see how she carries the character as Mighty Thor. In the comics, she does have cancer, and that is a concern whether or not they're going to keep that in the movie or not. But I mean, the fight scene is just only show that one, but she has Murmur. I want to see how did they reform it? Where more importantly, who reformed it, and how did they go about electing Jane? Well, she does become Thor in the comic. Let me just see what did they decide to go with for the movie. One thing I do want to say that I'm really interested in seeing is how all these different gods come together. Because the character that Christian Bale is playing, he wants to kill all the gods. So I'm interested to see like different gods. I think in one photo that they had released, we see Bat, who is the Panther god, with how he ties in to Black Panther. So interesting to see all of that. Overall, I am a little more excited than Red. Is but I say final judgment till I see the movie, but I am interested. It looks interesting. They need to touch that CGI too. Brandon,
Not
uh,
Brandon.
No,
Br-
sorry, guys. Um, girl, I look like a child with their daddy's equipment on, doing Eddie's job. But anyway, no, what I enjoyed about the trailer is just, you know, the whole cosmic aspect of Thor. They really needed to touch up on that a lot. I feel like we're getting more of that with this one, which is great. However, I will agree with Ray on some things. With the cancer storyline, hopefully they touch up on that in this movie with Jane Foster because that is a key pivotal point in her story arc as a character becoming the mighty Thor. And every single time she would transform, it would basically wipe away the chemo treatments that she would be getting. And unfortunately, she did it so much to a point where she basically died. She did come back, um, but that's only because Thor went to like Valhalla or something like that. I believe in the comic. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I remember. And basically, he was able to bring her back somehow through that. That being said, another complaint I had, me and Ray clocked it a little bit earlier. The helmet from Thor's new Rune King armor. Marvel, now y'all got coin. Y'all got lots of coin. And I know y'all cheap because I know y'all be giving the actors who literally have chef boyardies at their houses who make them coffee, eggs, and whatever, in a nice big ass Denny's plate. And y'all can do that. Y'all can do that. And the fact that y'all could not even get somebody from your department to make that mask slash helmet look real enough to me, it was so bad. It looked like it was photoshopped on there with one of them apps that you be trying to trick your dates on. Girl,
Yeah,
what the hell was that? That
I
was
like the one in
garbage.
Ragnarok. I like the one in Ragnarok he had better than that. I mean,
That cute little
I
helmet he
that's like
had,
a
yeah.
real helmet. Like it literally looks like Photoshop. That's what I thought like maybe like a last minute
Like this,
decision.
it was just
But yeah.
sloppy. The one that Jane had, and if it's the same quality, like if it's CG, then that one looked better than what I saw. But that one was just garbage. And this is the same thing we went back to with the She-Hulk trailer. Like, I'm not
that
afraid to read
CGI was
Marvel.
garbage,
Oh,
garbage, garbage. Like like why? I'm like, ooh, y'all could do better than this. Y'all have Bruce looking good. Why can't you have her looking good
Bruce looked
too?
great. Mark Ruffalo even looked
Let's
at a
talk
point
about
where he didn't
Thor.
even look like Mark Ruffalo. You know, but he still looked like Bruce from the Endgame that we saw, which is why they need to work on their continuity a little bit more because it's like, come on now,
Yeah, because
y'all need to make like if you have someone portrayed in one light looking a certain way, you have to make sure they look like that the next time you see them. If they're especially if they're
exactly.
CG.
exactly, because isn't it in Shang-Chi he was like back to like his normal human self?
Yes,
In the post credit
and he
scene,
had
he
his arm
was.
sling
So
still.
So I want to know what I guess did something happen between that now we see him
We probably
as
will
Professor
see
Hulk?
him de
they probably
Hulk
will touch up on that
in
once
She
the
Hulk.
show comes out, right?
Yeah, because that's the only explanation I could think of. Because why would they show him de Hulk in Shang Chi, but but he's still like Hulkified in She Hulk? It doesn't make any sense. Um, which is weird because it doesn't look like he's gonna be limited to
Yeah, it looks
his
like he's gonna
his
be
arm
throughout.
sling.
Oh, sorry. Good.
No, well, what I was just saying, his arm sling. It doesn't look like it's gonna be hindering him much longer in the near future. Even though they made it seem like it was like that he's just gonna be jolly and green with a big old arm sling forever, like because of Endgame. But yeah, I agree. And the gore thing, the last thing I want to touch up on, the gore thing. I do not like his appearance, and the reason why I do not like his appearance is, and I'm hoping that with the movie and him using the sword and doing whatever the fuck he's doing, well, we know he's hunting gods down, and I'm sure Russell Crowe is going to be one of his targets. They're clearly setting that up. By the way, if you guys did not know that, or anybody didn't know that, that was Russell Crowe playing Zeus, who flicked off Christopher's clothes and showed the nudity. And one thing I think we also noticed after we saw the trailer initially was the Loki tattoo on the back of his on his back,
Yeah,
which was
Yeah.
I did
really
I was
notice
like,
cool.
that.
aw.
At Breakfast Wednesday, yeah.
I had to take a good look. I was like, oh, okay.
I have a feeling I don't know, but I have a feeling that it's gonna allude like at the end that Loki is alive. Like different time
That would be.
stream, but he's alive somewhere.
Now there are rumors that we are going to see Valhalla in this movie, which would be absolutely crazy. And if so, maybe our Loki who died in Endgame is there. If he's not, that would be a gag, and that would just be further proof to get the fangirls going and thinking that he's hiding somewhere, just waiting for the right time to spring back up. But I doubt it because obviously at the end of the Loki tape from the Loki show, if you guys watched it on Disney Plus, it said end of da 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 da. So that is the end of his life cycle, I suppose. But I hope that they are reunited again. That's one thing I would love to see. And I
Right.
don't feel like and I like how Marvel has incorporated Loki, where he doesn't necessarily have to be a bad guy or be a good one either. He's like in between,
Yeah, and
He's
too,
and
like anti hero.
he's an
right.
anti-hero, and I like that about him. I like that very much, and he should stay like that. I like the character that way. Just having him in his green tights, saying "haha, I will fight you again." When it's not doing it for me. Um, but
Yeah, and two, just
yeah,
wanted to add on to that about seeing Loki in Valhalla because we had Moon Knight, introduced the Egyptian underworld, and we had Kawat tell us, there are many multidimensional, in worlds and outer worlds. She mentioned, the Black Panther world, so it's very likely, that we could going forward to get other planes of like, outer world existence. So that would be something to see as well. Carla, did you want to give your thoughts on the trailer?
Honestly, I'm not that Thor. Let's thank the gods for that one. But yeah, I agree with everyone. I really hope they do fix up the situation because now it's like everyone's going in with this Uncle Fester meme, like they did the ugly Sonic. So hopefully that'll be fixed. Mhm. Also, I also was wondering where they're going to go there with the cancer thing, with we always going to have those few. It's just the children. It's for the kids. But yeah, I really want to know if they're going to go there. But I'm really, even though we're closer to June than July, I'm really happy to see it.
Yeah, one thing I also wanted to point out too in the trailer, we saw towards the end when Jane has the lighting, her hammer up and the lighting coming down. She's like in a temple, and we see different statues behind her. Two that I didn't see good look at all of them, but two that I did notice. One of them was the Living Tribunal, and I think the other
Hmm.
one is Lady Death. Now those were like the two like close to the front. And there was some more um, statues behind those. So because like I said, you have to remember that we are in phase four. It's more magical, more cosmic. Now these entities, we're getting like better like lists of them. So you have to wonder when we're going to see them at again in the future. I think this like this like marvelously like little clues and everything. So I really think that we are going to like see them within the next after the next like world movies that are going to come out after Love and Thunder. I think we definitely get some type of like more, if not clues, probably like actual appearances of these gods. Lady Death. I mean, there's Lady Death. There's Little Tribunal. There's is it Eternity? Like these like cosmic type of beings. We already kind of
Yeah.
got Celestials and Eternals. And now, remember, just kind of like tie it all together. At the end of the Eternals, when I can't remember the Celestial who took the Eternals away, but he wanted to have them kind of like face trial, and that makes you
Erisham.
think of right Airship, and that makes you think of the Living Tribunal because they stopped Celestial from being born in order to save the Earth, and so that type of trial automatically makes you think of like the Living Tribunal, or like that type of like thing. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out too. It's something I noticed in the trailer and something I think we're going to get going forward. Like I said, it looks really nice. I mean, like I said, I'm interested in seeing all the gods too, all the different gods. Like we don't know how many gods War has killed yet, how many are left. But it looked like that's where they were all going, kind of like convene and kind of like discuss it. So interested to see how that all plays out too, and how this how will this carry over into future movies. And
I have a question about something.
okay,
Like we see Zeus and everything. Now, from my understanding, I thought certain gods could not see each other or they're like in separate universes or something. So how is Thor, who is god of thunder, and then you had his dad and everything, how are we coming to Zeus, who is, god of Greek pantheon and whatnot?
well, so that's the thing. I think this because it's different from Pantheon. Thor is like Norse mythology. This is Greek. We have the Egyptian gods, African gods. So I think they all can exist. Um, I think they all can exist. But they all like I said, like think of like American gods. We have people traveling from different countries.
Yeah.
America, they brought their faith with them. That's how kind of like that's how like outright rationalizing it. We all have like separate areas, but because of war, they all had to come together and figure out how to like deal with it. That's the way I was like kind of like putting it together in my mind.
Okay, because I was just confused by that. I'm like, I thought it was only going to be like, one mythology just in this universe and then another one and another one, but I guess we're going to just merge everything together. And to pick up where Ray left off, there have been some people I've seen online asking, well, I don't know where this is going to go. What is Marvel doing? Yeah, we're going to the more cosmic route at this
Yep.
point, like dealing with living tribunal, dealing with celestials, Lady Death. Now we do have to get through Kang's ass first.
Yeah.
So we gotta get through that shit. Now Kang, deals with, I guess, as I read the comics as a kid, he can go to space, do all this other shit too. So we're probably going to go in that route, like the same as this, and then end up a few years later, one, Secret Wars, and then two, Galactus.
Well, I think also Les is like he's world eater and all that stuff too. He has a role to play in a cosmic setting. And I said, given the events of, I would say this, Thor, Love and Thunder, and I would say Ant-Man Mania, as far as comic side and like I said, discussion of, I think Quantum Mania will probably be a good place to introduce the Living Tribunal and other cosmic characters, and because like Kang is going to be a Thanos level threat, but more so dangerous because he's like on a multiversal threat. When Thanos, wiped out half of the resistance, it was devastating, but it was limited to just this our universe, like the universe 616, however you want to put it. With Kang, like he can wipe out a universe, he can wipe out multiple universes in um, um, different multiverses. So that's like a level of threat where you would need like someone like the Living Tribunal to come in and maybe even the Watcher. So I think one of the statues I saw was of Octu. So going forward, we see how that will all play out. But other than that, any other final thoughts on the trailer?
Yeah, I just hope that y'all. I hope that Christian Bale has a gradual transformation into the monster that we know from the comics. The
Yeah.
scary eyes, the sharp teeth, the Star Trek monster looking face, and yes, the tentacles with the black hood. That is the gore I know from the comics. There apparently is his arc is like he gets his children, I'm sorry, his son and his wife back at some point, because that's what basically drives him on this whole thing, that his family died, is butchered, and he gets exiled for basically saying God ain't shit. I'm an atheist now. I hate God. God ain't nothing. And he goes on this crusade to kill them all. And at some point he gets him back, and there's this whole time thing, and it has like multiple Thors joining forces together to stop him. And eventually he is killed, but he's resurrected by Loki in the comic. So I mean, it wouldn't make sense for Loki to bring back someone who's trying to kill his brother, especially in the MC at this point. So they're probably going to tweak that a bit. I don't expect a whole time travel thing to be going on in this movie at all. I feel like it's just going to be like a whole battle thing, and Jane's going to use her hammer, and Thor's going to use his hammer, and they're just going to pop the hell out of Christian Bale. That's what I think is going to happen. Um, but I'm hoping this movie is good. I will go see it in the theater, even though I was more excited for Multiverse of Madness. But anyway, I'll support you, Kevin, and fix that damn helmet. Do something, or just take it off of him, because I know that man did not
Please,
have nothing on
Jesus.
his head. He probably had green bandages on his face, and they said,
Mm-hmm.
"Here," they said, "We'll add it in post." And he's
The
like,
helmet just
"Okay."
looks horrible. I'd rather have him
Oh, it looks
have the
so bad.
Ragnarok. I'd rather him have the Ragnarok helmet and just do that instead of what the hell we just saw. And I'm like, okay, it's comic accurate, but it just looks a mess. Just a mess.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
like I said, in my opinion, I think there's like a last minute, just throw it in there.
Yeah,
Well,
last minute they need to take it out.
okay,
it's
I
part
get
of the
that.
concept art.
Mm.
Clean it up. Clean it up. That's all I gotta say. Clean it up,
Clean
Marvel.
up She-Hulk too. Clean it up.
Please. Please.
And with that, we can think about it, but not for thank you all for watching. If you are watching, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Help us out a lot. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, you can follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, even on the TikTok. So look us up and share with your friends. Again, my name is Raymond. That's Brandon, Britt, Carla, and we are Nerd Collision. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
A B C A B C A B C D E F G A B C D E F G. Watch our video C C C A B C D E F G. Watch our video C C C.